Hey guys, can you hear me? Cool Crypto, are you there, man? Hello?
Yes. I hear you. We're gonna start soon. We're just waiting for people to come in a bit. So in the meantime, if you're gonna retweet the space as usual, we're gonna just probably just a discussion about what's going on in this Celestia ecosystem. I think we're supposed to have Fireblock and Fair. I'm sorry, Fa Fairblock and Formachain.
We have Liam from Fairblock.
I don't see
So
him.
code crafting from Liam. He's there with a picture of a
Oh,
very
I see him with
private and cypherpunk slot.
this slot with the hoodie. I see him.
That's Liam, man.
Um,
That's Liam.
yep. Let me invite you up here. I already sent you the speaker invite, and we are we having someone from Former Chain come or not yet? Or we don't know yet.
So the thing is that so code crafting was supposed to come on format, but he just told me that he's feeling pretty sick, so it's probably like not
Oh,
going
okay.
to be. So
All right. No worries. Liam, I sent you the invite, man. I sent you the invite already. If you could accept, you should be good after that. You should be good after that. Or maybe just me. Let me send you the other co-hosts then, since I have a open spot available. All right. Happy Friday, everyone. We're gonna start soon in a bit. I tried to. Oh, there we go. You can hear him now. What's up, Liam? What's going on?
How are we? Good to see you guys. Thanks for having me out,
Your slot is dope, man. Where'd you get that from? Is that
bro.
custom made? That's
Bro, that's
dope,
some
man.
custom shit. That's some custom
Jeez,
shit.
that's dope.
Yeah, yeah. We worked with SK for some custom slots for Fairblock, and don't worry for all the slots community. Like they're not they can't be sold or anything. They're just like custom PFPs. So yeah,
So just some alpha, like at some point, I guess we are gonna mint the honorary, but yeah, they're not up yet. But yeah, they're not meant to be sold. Indeed.
yes, yes. Well, yo, cool crypto. Great to meet you, man. Thanks for having me up. I appreciate it.
Oh, absolutely. I think I've been on a space issue before. That was before you changed the PFP.
Yeah,
I think
probably.
so.
I just changed it yesterday. So you probably saw my real life photo that my sister's girlfriend took of me.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I
This
actually
is
didn't know that though.
what'd
this
you
is
say,
much better,
Paco?
man. This is much better.
Dude, dude, yeah, this is definitely more aligned with the vibes. So
I
Yeah,
mean, the
I
other
don't
one
know
was
why.
like a good photo for LinkedIn, though.
dude, it's all about getting that good LinkedIn photo somewhere, man. But like the only places that you can get them nowadays, because I don't wear anything nice, is at like a wedding or some shit. Like like there's no other place where I'm wearing like actual nice clothes besides there.
Or if you're wearing something nice, then people take like the people that take photos are so fucking bad.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, bro. Yeah.
And also, like, I feel like, well, so just to ask you guys something, but do you guys actually like use LinkedIn now? Because I feel like that's like completely useless for me. It's like if I ever need to like contact someone in crypto, like I would never do it through LinkedIn. I feel like it would be like I just wouldn't use it, you know. But it's
Dude,
like
yeah, bro. I've been like hit up a bunch of times by like either VCs or people about like partnerships on LinkedIn, and I just automatically don't respond because like it's sus. It's like why are you using LinkedIn as like the means of communication? You know, like
I agree, bro. If you are using LinkedIn as a means of communication for crypto,
yeah,
NGMI,
like you're kind of NGMI,
NGMI.
bro. You're NGMI, dude. Yeah.
Yeah. That's crazy. Yeah. Welcome. We're gonna start in a couple of minutes. Like I said, usually space you kind of keep them short, like, maybe an hour, 45 minutes. We're just here to talk about Celestia and talk about the ecosystem growth and what they're doing so far. keep people updated what's going on. We here every Fridays for now. Yeah, man. So I'm excited to have Paco and Liam here. So I'm definitely excited. All right. So let me see. I'm just trying to. I got home. I'm trying to start this computer up real quick. I think we're up and loading. Like I said, guys. In the meantime, don't forget. Make sure you retweet the space. And we're gonna start soon. I love seeing all the slots here, man. That's so cool. That's such a cool thing, man. I'm telling you right now, that's so cool.
Yo, shouts all the slots here. We love you guys. I'm
Yeah, man.
feeling,
Much love to all the slots in there, man. That's so freaking awesome, man.
dude, I'm
That's so
actually
awesome.
feeling extremely sleepy right now. I woke up at 4 a.m. this morning, like legitimately sleepy.
Yeah, I've been up since 4 a.m. too, man. But I'm wired, man. I'm wired as hell. So I'm always wired. I think I get exhausted towards the end of the day. Then I get. Well, where are you? May I ask? I'm in Houston, but I don't know where you are.
Cool. I'm in Denver, so I think I'm an hour behind you. Um, yeah, yeah. For the record, I'm not like actually sleepy, but like for the vibes of this space, I'm feeling
Bro, you're sleepy.
Oh,
You're sleepy.
is
Like
it?
you're elaborating too much, man.
I have a pillow right next to
Let's
me.
just leave it at I'm sleepy. Yes, you are.
yeah, I'm just trying to pull up this stuff we're going to talk about today real quick. So what we'll talk about real quick, just the ecosystem of Celestia, what's going on, and updates. Then we might spend 30 minutes with the guys from Fairblock. Just tell us what's going on, what's coming up, what's exciting with Fairblock. So make definitely excited. I'm trying to get this updates up here, but like, yeah, a lot's going on. I know I did see a new project that Nick put up. I think it's not Celeste, it's Celelium, something like that. I think
Selenium is,
they launched.
is the block explorer.
Yeah, but yes,
Um,
yes, yes. The block explorer that they launched in. So it's similar to Etherscan. Am I correct?
so I mean, no, not. I mean, yes and no. So it's like I think it is similar to Etherscan in the sense that it is explorer, but uh, Etherscan is of course only for Ethereum. This is more for like the whole ecosystem. Like I feel like the Selenium thesis and also like the thesis from the guys from Dora is that you want like a single place in which you can check like many chains. Like it doesn't make sense to have one explorer for each chain in a world that is so multi-chain, especially if you believe in like the app chain thesis. I feel like this type of product like actually has like decent like product market fit, and like I think it's pretty useful because you don't have to hop between like 1,000 explorers, but you can just go to like one place and check out whatever you need. So it's like yeah, I think it's like actually like a pretty useful product, but it's more of a one explorer in which in theory like you're gonna be able to view like a bunch of chains. So that's the difference between that and Etherscan.
Yeah, that's really cool. And so you're saying you could check more blockchains on this explorer? Like what other blockchains can you check on it? I mean, talking about other EVMs, other blockchains. Is that what you're talking about, Paco?
So I think Selenium is mostly for like the modular eco. I know that there's Orderly Network, Avo. I mean, I know there are like a bunch. So yeah, I could actually like pull up and tell you, but I feel like it's mostly for like chains within the like modular ecosystem. But yeah, it's like I would say like a bunch. I could actually like tell you, but yeah, I feel like that's the main difference between like the two of those. Like, oh, you can also check like Eclipse, Defund. Yeah, like many of the big ones actually.
So I do have a question, a little bit not really let's not related. Just a quick question, right? I don't check prices anymore. I'm so busy with doing all the stuff I'm doing. But do you guys normally look at the crypto, the crypto market overall, like checking CoinGecko, CoinMarketCap? Are you guys past that stage, Paco, Liam?
Yeah,
Pago,
you
go first, bro.
wanna take the stage?
Dude, to be honest, I don't really look at CoinMarketCap anymore because I'm past the point where I'm like actively trading, um, or like actively like selling, I guess. You know what I mean? Like I buy and I hold. That's like what I do. So maybe that's like kind of retarded, but like that's just what I do.
Yeah, it just it makes it easier, less stress, right? I get that. I've been in that position before where just checking prices daily, man. It is exhausting. I'm like, you know what? I don't think we're gonna do a 10x in one day, man. I could turn off the coin gecko for a bit, so I'm not. I don't check it anymore. I'm so
Bro,
busy anyway with doing all the spaces, which is a good thing. So I don't check market cap and out also the prices anymore. I'll pass that stage for sure.
yeah. Dude, back during yo, we got any Omis here by the way? Any Olympus Dow folks or
Oh
fans
yeah,
of Olympus Dow from back in the day?
I remember that. I remember that very very well.
Dude, during my OMI days, I was checking price of Ohm and like my like staked balance accrual like 4 or 5 plus times a day, dude. Uh that shit was wild because like you could actually get like pretty crazy swings, you know, at least day to day. Um but man, that was super exciting.
Yeah, the I think the issue with that stuff is so not sustainable. I remember the APRs we used to get doing the DeFi 1.0, getting the yummy yams and sushi and pork, getting like 1,000,000% APR.
Dude, that 1,000,000% APR on Euphoria. Remember Wagme, the Ohm fork on Harmony? You remember that one?
Oh, I remember. I remember.
Dude, I'm pretty sure that was like 4 million APY. I like doubled my money in like 3 days and then lost all of it.
Oh yeah. I'm so I think I was so detailed back then. Now I'm so I think that's the reason why when you've been through hell for
Yeah,
the past 4 years
that's what I'm
ago,
saying.
now
Yeah,
you're
it's
more calm, more relaxed now, right?
that's how I feel about it. Yeah, it's like I've seen bigger swings, which is probably why I like don't actively check prices right now, at least. So
Yeah. All right. Cool. So we have about 45 minutes
Yeah, so
minutes here.
I was actually like not an Omi, but I remember I never got into that, but I remember in one of my first like one of the first crypto events that I went to in New York City. I remember I was doing the line to go into like an event, and I was with my roommate. I still remember this. There was a Korean VC in front of me, and there was this guy in the back that was trying to shield me that project, and he was like, "Man, we have 1,000,000% APR," and I was like, "Oh, okay." But yeah, never got into it, guys, unfortunately. So
dude,
I did tell Liam a story though that I remember. Man, I ate into a protocol that I think now it doesn't even exist. It was called like something like Sunday Swap, uh,
I think I
an
remember that
ILP,
actually.
and anyway, in one of the pools, like I remember, I put like $100, like it was like nothing, uh, and like I waited like I think it was like less than a week, and I had like 15K. Like my $100 turned into like 15K, and I was so excited. I was like, okay, I'm getting out of this, you know. So then I was like, okay, I'm getting out, and I remember I go to like cash out, and they were like, okay, you can cash out now, but you're gonna have 50% tax, which means that I would have gotten out roughly like 7K. And I was like, okay, I'm just gonna wait like 3 days and then
Yeah,
set and then like whatever. And then like the thing crashed so much in those like 3 days because it was of course so inflationary that well I got super wrecked. So yeah, that's kind of my. I also have stupid stories like that. So I feel you guys.
Yeah. So it's so good, man. That's why we're here now, just calm, nice, relaxed. I buy the sloth. I'm relaxing, enjoying the lazy Friday with you all, and I'm just here for the vibe, man. So, all right. So what we're gonna do first, I'm just gonna go over the modular ecosystem as a whole. Then we'll just give the mic to Liam to talk to us about Fairblock and what they're building. So I got this tweet from Andy. I love this dude, man. He's one of my sources for almost all Celestia modular news. I mean, he has the alpha, he has the juice. So I love Andy. The guy's freaking awesome, man. So he just talks about the modular expansion continues for the week. Osmosis Zone announces Polaris for trading all tokens across all chains on one app as the first thing. And actually, I pinned the updates in the Jumbotron here. So you look at my pinned post, you can see all the protocols and exactly what I'm talking about so far. Next one is Rhea with 189 million in liquidity on trading Focus L2 powered by Gelatin Network. That's pretty cool. Cartesi ecosystem. They launched the Cartesi ecosystem app, Revis. They launched it in the main nets. I guess that was probably a couple of days ago. They must have launched it already. And XAI, I know XAI has some stuff with Celestia too. They boasting about 45 TPS. Base has about 50 TPS, and Gravity Chain about 35. I guess that's not too bad, but an Eclipse. I'm bullish on Eclipse, guys. Eclipse should be coming out. I think about Q4 or Q1. And of course, I know this protocol is definitely Celestia aligned, which, if you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. I don't want to talk about prices, but if you know, you know. They post about, man, that's crazy. Eclipse posted 26 gigabytes plus onto onto Celestia. Wow. And I think, oh yeah, I think yeah, Eclipse, they announced a unified liquid restaking token. I think that's probably why they had a massive use on Celestia DA. It's pretty crazy. Man, I'm bullish on Eclipse, man. Very, very bullish on Eclipse. Okay, let me just scroll down here a bit. ZKV protocol, incentivized testnet for ZK verification, went live just recently. Like I said, everything I'm talking about is in Jumbotron here, so you could follow follow each project for updates, man. So you kind of know what's going on. I highly recommend doing that. Next one here is Rivals AI note sale sold out like within hours. I did see that. I did see that. Then no sale sold out. Powered by Caldera. So if you're a slot holder or tier staker, I'm sure you might possibly get rewarded from Rivals AI and Caldera. Cordell ignites a season two, which I think that ended not that long ago. And Mitosis is another one that's also Celestia aligned, which is awesome. Mitosis partners with Lombard Finance to bring Bitcoin liquid staking into EOL program. Um, and Particle Networks is another one that's also listed aligned. They announced a universal account public beta testing with mainnets coming soon. I do know that. I know that Particle Network, their test net ended, I think, yesterday or today. I know it was very, very recent. So I'm sure they're gonna go to mainnet soon. Another protocol that's listed aligned here is aligned layer. They dropped their updated roadmap. So you guys go check that out. Is this Sunrise? What is Sunrise? It says Rise Chain. No, this is not Sunrise. He's talking about let's get lost here. I said Rise Chain and Radius XYZ announced a collaboration for base sequencing development. And another one here, Everclear. Everclear mainnet layer 2 for clearings around the
Guys,
corner.
guys,
Yeah.
by the way, are you guys bullish on us?
Do you mean? Oh!
I mean us. I mean us as in app-specific sequencing, bro.
I
Hey,
saw, I
cool
saw, I
crypto man.
saw that.
I saw
I
you.
feel,
No, bro.
I saw
Don't
you getting
explain it,
other
man.
ideas.
Don't explain it. Dude, Cool Crypto is getting all red over there, bro. Let's go.
Yeah, I saw the tweet from I think it was Anthony that made that tweet. I was like, what the hell is going on here, man? The dude has a chick with a big old booty on the screen, man. I was like, what's going on?
Yeah, man. Bullish on
Yeah,
apps.
I'm bullish
Dude.
ass too, man. I'm an ass guy for sure, 100%.
Nice. Yeah, I think that's also like pretty interesting. Like that's also like another development. I think, jokes aside, like I think it's pretty interesting that it's being researched. I think it's also like a way for apps to like capture like significant revenue. I think that could be pretty interesting as well. Like since you mentioned sequencing, I just figured I introduced this point because I think it could be like very bullish, like especially for protocols like Uniswap. If they manage to like implement something like this, I think there are some guys already doing this. They're called Sorella, but yeah, it's interesting to see. I think it's something new. I think it's still being researched. It's not perfect, but it's definitely something probably like worth checking out. And like, yeah, like I think.
Do you know, Pago? Do you know if like in terms of how they like insure the ass? Like, is that like what they have like a dedicated block builder or something, and that block builder will like submit like transactions for that application to a sequencer or like to consensus? Does
So
anyone know?
I think if you have like a sequencer, it's probably easier because you don't really have validators or like proposers. So it's like 10 times easier. But I feel like the apps are gonna be the ones building blocks. So the app is gonna be its own block builder, technically. And then
Gotcha.
I don't think
Interesting.
there are gonna be like block builders necessarily. They're just gonna submit like bundles to like proposers for block inclusion. I think that's how it's gonna work.
Gotcha. That makes sense.
But yeah, I think it should be significantly easier if you're doing it on the L2 because, well,
Less
technically, like they have a
competition.
sequencer. So
Yeah.
I mean, like not maybe there is like what you say, Liam? Did you say something
Like
about latency?
less competition. Sorry, like for the block space.
I mean, not necessarily, but it's I like I feel like it's not about competition, but it's more about like if you're doing it on the L1, you're technically submitting it to the block proposer. So I mean, there are still like timing games and like man, like what happens, for example, like one of the critiques on us is like, what if like you submit a bundle and like the block proposer like chooses not to include it because there's a more profitable bundle? Like that could
Yeah.
happen. Like
Right.
you don't really like if you're doing it on the L1, at least on Ethereum. I'm not very familiar with like this space in Solana, but my guess is it's sort of similar. You need to like kind of like bribe the proposer. That's just how it works. That sounds bad, but it's just how it works. And on the L2, you don't really have that. You're just submitting the bundles to a sequencer, so it should be easier. Like I mean, it should be like, and also like I mean, I guess you might have to pay like an inclusion fee or like a priority fee depending on which chain you're on, but it's still I think it's still better than like the doing it with the proposer, probably.
Yeah. Are there like or actually maybe like what are the like alleged benefits to it? Is it just like that like a app can like build a block around like sequentially sequential transactions? So like one transaction that relies on another for execution. Is that like the intent of it? So there can be like some like atomicity or something?
So I think the intent of it is more like economical because it's like I feel like it's a way for apps to like potentially accrue back value to like token holders or users. Meaning like so for example, like if I'm using Uniswap and I'm making like a lot of swaps, instead of like getting like MEV'd by a random builder,
Yeah.
Probably like if an app handles like its own MEV and like it has its, I mean, as is, it's this is not implemented. Like they're figuring out like how to actually implement this. But if they
Yeah.
implement this in theory, like you're gonna be able to accrue back like part of like those transactions to you as the end user.
Mm.
And I feel like for apps, like it's good for them to capture like their own MEV.
Mm.
I think that's your question, but maybe sorry,
Yeah.
like what's
Yeah, that makes sense.
your
Yeah, no, like for apps capturing MEV, like that makes sense. But I feel like I don't want to sidetrack Cool Crypto from his flow. This is just like me kind of like
Yeah, sorry,
diving
cool
into.
crypto for the introduction, man. I just thought
Nah, you
as
guys are good. You guys are good.
man, as is always an important topic, man.
Dude, sure, we have to discuss ass.
Bro, I'm an ass guy all day. As long as it's from the opposite gender, I'm golden. I'm golden. We're good. We're good. We're good.
Dude,
We're good.
I feel like I need to like explain the context of this call to my girlfriend like after it, so she did. who's, who's literally like in the other room right now, wondering like why is
Yo,
he
like,
talking about ass on a
what are they
call?
talking about on Spaces, broad daylight, man? What's going on over there, man? That
Man,
is awesome.
I think if you tell someone like it's not into crypto, like, and you're like, oh yeah, I like ass, they're gonna look at you like, what the fuck? And then
Yeah.
if you tell them like app specific sequencing, they're gonna be more like, what the fuck?
And like app
Like it's,
specific
I feel
MEV
like
capture. She's gonna be
I
like,
feel like
no,
if you
what the actual fuck?
I feel like if you try to explain it, it's just gonna make it worse. That's what I
Yeah,
think.
yeah, yeah. All right, cool crypto. Back to you, brother.
I got you. I got you. Yeah, just a couple more. Manta Network also posts about 5 GB on Celestia. So the use of Celestia is massive. I think we have about 45%, 48% of all DA in crypto, which is crazy. And I think that use might be even more when the lemongrass upgrade goes live and once we increase the block space. So the use of Celestia is super legit, man. We do have Sunrise Layer with 230,000 active wallets on testnets. I think Sunrise will be going live pretty soon. Another Celestia slot and tier Align project. Union also they had have a collab with Native Network to to bring Bitcoin into the ecosystem. Okay, that's cool, man. But so far, the modular ecosystem is growing rapidly with many teams joining together to scale crypto, which is freaking awesome. It's all about collaboration, just not, you can't win alone, man. The more you bring projects together, the better I think, it is for the ecosystem. And I think for us slots, we are going to benefit immensely from this. If you're a slot holder, you're going to benefit immensely from this unified modular new crypto ecosystem that's growing right now.
By
I
the
did
way,
see
nothing of
that.
this is financial advice. This is
No financial
bro
advice. Yes,
tips, bro
we
tips,
just talk.
bro tips,
Yes,
not
yes.
financial advice.
No financial advice. I'm not telling you to go sell your kidney, go buy anything. We just chatting here, man. Okay. I did see that the union, another union team member just bought a slot like a couple hours ago, which is pretty cool. So the NFC we're leading, the slots are leading the IBC big three, which is slots, the mass scientists, and backheads. So I'm bullish stuff like crazy. I'm thinking about buying more, man. The moment I get a chance to, but I might never be able to sell this thing, man. Because if our protocol keeps getting aligned, if you know what I'm talking about, there's no reason to sell my slot. I might hold it forever. So yeah,
Yeah,
let me. We have.
you know, it's very hard for me to sell NFTs because I always buy them and then I'm like, okay, at some point I'm gonna sell them, but then if they go up, they go up, and I'm like, okay, I actually really like this NFT, so I never sell them.
Yeah, so it's crazy because Paco, these slots, I've never seen an NFT collection that's like this. This is a multi chain NFT, which is very similar to the Penguins in a way, but the modular ecosystem is growing so fast, and when these protocols come out, definitely they're going to show some love. I believe so. I've seen it in the background, so definitely looking forward to that. So we have about like 25 minutes left. I'm going to give it to Liam to talk about Fairblock. I definitely want to hear about what's going on, what they're building, what's coming up, what to expect in the future, and how does Fairblock integrate or advance or scale apps in crypto. So Liam, the mic is yours, bro.
Cool Crypto. Thank you for having me. First off, can I get some hands? Does anyone know anything about Fairblock? Does anyone know anything about Fairblock? Anyone? Give me
I
like
do,
a thumbs up.
I do know a little bit. I know it has to do with encryption and privacy, right? Am I correct?
Yes.
That
Yes.
I do know that, but I think the question for me is how does Fairblock how do they integrate with other projects? Is it multi-chain? Is it just on Celestia? Is it that's kind of the questions I have, but the mic is
Yeah.
yours though. Go ahead, bro.
Cool, man. So I think the general like high level description of what Fairblock is we are a encryption provider for blockchains. Um, the way that we are thinking about like why this is important is that like um, there are so many use cases for like encryption and confidentiality in the real world and on the internet. Um, Not only like in like financial use cases where I send money to my buddy Paco for like send him $10 or whatever, right? In the real world, like this is encrypted on chain. This is not. But beyond DeFi, there are like a number of applications on the internet. Actually, most of the applications on the internet that we know and love that require some sort of confidential application logic in order for the app to function. So, say like any like encrypted messaging service, say Signal or Telegram, where messages are encrypted for only those with like the access key to access. Same thing with like subscription-based applications where the content behind the scenes is encrypted by some sort of paywall that once a user has proven payment, that content is then decrypted and like shown to the user because like they have rightfully gained access to it. And there are like a lot of other use cases, especially in like gaming, maybe where like if you want to play, online poker, a very important like piece of that, like the functionality of online poker is the ability to keep your hand private to yourself. Same thing with like blackjack. If you play blackjack online, like it's really important for like the dealer's hand to remain encrypted until like after all the users have or like all the players have like finished their hands, right? Um, any other game that you play, like there's likely some sort of element of encryption involved. So we believe that like encryption is like a cornerstone of the internet. And if we expect that any, or yeah, if we expect, that any real and legitimate internet application can actually, come on chain and live on chain and, be sticky enough to attract real users, then we have to expect that like there are, some real standards that are brought over from the traditional internet, like on chain. And one of those standards, like those who are familiar with like internet architecture, it could be compared to like HTTPS or like TLS. There are there needs to be standards that are brought over that like we have to show kind of why you know or we have to like in crypto kind of respect the fact or respect why these standards were established in the like the rising of the traditional um the internet, right? So uh this is kind of what we're working on is like we are working on encryption standards for blockchains, such that application developers and users can have some sort of standard for encryption tools that they can rely on in order to both keep whatever user information safe, as well as like application logic that needs to be encrypted and kept confidential as well for like the um, the like proper execution of the app. Um, so yeah, this is what we do at a very high level. I'll pause there before I get into like um, why we're like working with Celestia and like are bullish on all things modular. Does anyone have any questions? Anyone, either like Cool Crypto, Paco, or people from the audience?
Yeah, I do have one question. So are you whenever you guys start to integrate, is it already live on Celeste already or not yet?
So we're live on testnet.
Okay. And another
Uh,
question is, oh no, back up, go.
oh no, I
Okay,
was
go ahead.
just gonna ask you. I see like I'm not an expert in cryptography like any means, so I see
Mhm.
like so many like acronyms, like CK, FHE, IVE, what else? Oh, T's. So it's like how like can you give us an overview of like how do these like merge together and like what it? I mean like I know this is like slightly like maybe like a little bit more technical, but like what are like all these things that we see like out there like useful for? Because it's like
Yeah,
that's one of the main things I see nowadays, but it's like I just haven't like dived that deep into it.
yeah. So all of these individually like are in their own way privacy enhancing technologies. ZK, on the other hand, is, I would say, more of a scaling technology than a privacy enhancing technology that can be used for privacy. I think like the point of this though is that Paco, like you said, bro, like um, there isn't a reason why you, as a guy that loves sloths, should ever need to know what ZK is, what FHE is, what like all these advancements in cryptography are. The general thing that you should know is that like your usage on blockchains, what you do on chain, is reliably protected, and that's what each of these things can individually do. Like plugged together, like where NPCs are combined with TEEs are like that are combined with ZK that have some sort of FHE roll up, um, that those details, those will never matter to end users. The only thing that matters to end users is their confidence that what they do on chain like is protected to only be accessed by parties that they give approval to, either themselves or say like their bank or trusted parties that they've given maybe like access to like cookies or something, right? So yeah, this is like the TLDR of that. I feel like to get into each of that specifically, Paco, like um, I don't know, man. Like if you guys
It's
want to talk about
complicated.
it,
I
then we
know it's
can.
complicated.
If you want to talk about it, then we can. But I can also just like link this article that I wrote about kind of how these solutions should be plugged together in like a multimodal way to deliver like the most privacy enhancing and trustless approach to confidentiality on chain.
Okay, I think the way to go here is you're gonna blatantly shield your article in the space, and you're
Dude,
gonna pin
politely,
it, and
always.
and and then we're gonna try to keep the space more left curve
All right,
and
yeah,
continue talking.
yeah, okay. So anyways, yeah, I tried to keep that explanation left curve. Please tell me, like, is there any questions that I can answer or anything that I can make more clear?
I think Cool Crypto had something to ask.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think you answered my first question, which was are they, you said guys on testnet already. When is mainnet? I mean, of course, you guys probably have to know when that is, but an estimation is it probably Q4, Q1 of next year? What do you think, bro?
yeah. Mainnet is going to be in Q1 of next year. So yeah, we're super pumped for that. I'm personally cooking up a lot of our day one partners right now from the BD side. And yeah, in terms of like how we relate to Celestia, so we think that was part of one of your initial questions. We initially built a module, like an encryption module that can be plugged into any Cosmos chain, and like as Celestia like is built with the Cosmos SDK, this module like can be delivered to like to Celestia, but also like any chain, like not just Cosmos SDK chains, but like any chain that wants to use encryption, this can be delivered to. And yeah, maybe to quickly elaborate, like I don't know, and like I think you know there definitely gets to a point where like maximal modular expansion like may not be the most productive, at least in the short term. Like we still need to respect the fact that like there are a lot of active users and liquidity and apps and developers like in these thriving ecosystems like Ethereum, Arbitrum, OP, Solana, wherever else. And for us to kind of like, or yeah, for like, I don't know, a lot of people that make some sort of big technological advancement, like that doesn't always mean that we can justify that with like another chain, because the reality is like, do users care about you know these very very specific capabilities enough to bridge from their favorite app on Arbitrum or Forma or like somewhere else, right? To get some sort of interesting cryptography, right? So, anyways, this is our thesis that encryption needs to be delivered to existing chains. So we're not building like our own ecosystem by any means. We're simply like allowing others to unlock what's possible on chain by delivering encryption to them.
Man, that's pretty cool. That's a very cool what you guys are doing there. So I do have a question. So you only mentioned, so it's available only for IBC chain for now, or you think you guys might be multi-chain into Solana, into other blockchain, or just for now you guys focusing
Yeah,
on IBC only?
no. So we're working on at least like every EVM and IBC connected chain right now. We're also like hooking up some solutions for Solana and for some like alt VM chains. So yeah, like the design space for this is uh, pretty large. So yeah, like we're definitely not isolated to just IBC connected chains or just EVM. We can really go anywhere.
Yo, man, I think the concept is pretty legit, man. Because like I said, encryption and privacy is important in crypto because everything's open. Everything's open.
Mm,
Like everyone sees what everyone's doing on chain, and it is, to be honest, it honestly sometimes I have to create, because I do giveaways all the time. I have to
mm,
create a new wallet to send funds to people, because if I use my real wallet, they could track it, man. Which I don't want people to know
mm.
what I have in my wallet. So it's just
Yeah, yeah, man. It's a concern, man. Like it's kind of hard to expect that any one legitimate will like accept the transparency risks of coming on chain, if they know that everything that they do is going to be revealed to everyone. Like we can't expect that institutions with like really sensitive like healthcare data or banks or like school systems or anyone like will use blockchains as like either more efficient like transport layers, or yeah like yeah transport networks, I guess, or trust machines, whatever you want to call them, or yeah, or that any like institution will like trust blockchain like data storage unless there's some sort of confidential elements to it. um yeah, it was definitely like the way that I see it, and I've heard others talk about this before, is that like the the absence of confidentiality on chain were blockchain's original sin. And Vitalik agrees with this. He tweets about it a ton. But there's just like really no practical solutions just yet because in most cases, financial incentives have like pushed all the new advancements in cryptography and privacy towards their own chain, which in reality doesn't serve like the maximal amount of users or developers. So yeah, that's why we're building them.
What do you think about the whole ZK tech in crypto? 'Cause I think isn't that supposed to also help with some kind of aspect of privacy, right?
Yeah, so like the way that I see it is that ZK is a lot more of like is a lot better of a scaling solution than a privacy solution. And the reason being is that like ZK is a compression technology, and what it does is like it compresses data, whether it's like block space data or some other form of data, to a like much more yeah, to like a much smaller kind of like load or I'm not sure what to call it, but like a much smaller kind of like storage mechanism for like proofs of something on another chain, or like whatever else like that proof is being used for, or whoever that proof is being shown to, or like being verified by, right? So what it does like is it creates like proofs that something happened, but there's no actual like broken down data around like each thing that happened. And if you think about like the internet today, the internet today relies on corporations that like are uh or yeah, corporations that like use our data in order to like maximize or like increase user experience somehow. And regardless of like what people's like opinions are on that, a lot of people, I'd say most people, like give some sort of consent to big organizations, whether it's Instagram or Facebook or Amazon, to track their search history or like what they do on their devices in order to like customize their search experiences, whatever. This is obviously like super dangerous, don't get me wrong. But like a lot of the apps that we know and love today, for example, like Amazon or like Instagram shopping, right? Like they're reliant on like uh, consumers' ability to pass data from themselves to some provider that's going to give them some service. Um, and so like you can't really do that effectively with ZK because you can't like unbundle or unwind the data that's in a proof. You can prove that something happened, but like you can't really like do much with the data. So to have like a fully like ZK based privacy ecosystem like on blockchains, to me at least sounds really like unrealistic, which is why we need these like alternative like cryptographic schemes and encryption solutions like FHE and IBE, or like even just simple like asymmetric encryption, that allow um, uh, people to actually like do something with the data that they generate. Does that make sense?
That makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense. Because I always used to get that confused. ZK, but it's more about scale. It's more about scaling than more. I mean, there's some privacy, but more about scaling than privacy. That makes a lot
Yeah,
of sense. I
like
mean, you,
like
yeah, right, right.
yeah, yeah, like you can use ZK for privacy things. Don't get me wrong, but like for the use cases that like most users care about on the internet, like ZK just isn't the best solution for it. But for like a like fully private type thing where like you don't want anyone to ever know what you're doing, like ZK like is a really good solution for that. But in terms of like a internet with like composable data, it's not.
That makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense. Liam, I appreciate you. Anyone else has any questions for Liam about Fairblock? You're welcome to request the mic. We're probably going to end the space in about maybe 10, 15 minutes. But it's been a good space. I learned a lot from Liam, and we did talk about some really cool things that's happening on the modular ecosystem and slot holders. Definitely, you guys, you guys are awesome. You guys are amazing. But yeah, man, I'm bullish, guys. Like this ecosystem is it's so crazy because I think what's happening with Celestia is this. I know there's so much more going on with the ecosystem, but the average individual is focuses on the price of a token as a way to judge how the ecosystem is growing, and which makes no freaking sense. Because I'm like, there's so much going on with in this less ecosystem. Like, don't just look at the token price. That doesn't. Those are traders. Like, I try to educate people all the time. When you see a token price, whatever, that's the traders doing their trading. The ecosystem itself, there is so much going on. It's not just with Celestia. Multiple other blockchains have the same thing where the ecosystem is thriving, but the average individual, they have no clue. They just look at the price. Oh yeah, they're not doing anything. I'm like, are you crazy? Do you know was I mean this ecosystem is blowing up right in front of our eyes, man. I mean, protocols are using less like crazy, and that's why I'm freaking I'm bullish, man. Absolutely. Paco, do you have any questions for Liam or anyone else in the audience? We question Mike if you have any questions for Liam about Fairblock, and we'll
Yeah,
continue.
I have a question for Liam. So there is something that Fairblock is cooking with Forma that maybe we're going to talk about in this space. But I'm gonna let Liam. It's a very nice use case that actually like Fairblock enables. That I don't know. I'm kind of like very excited because also like I was like one of the people that came up with that idea. So it's like,
Let's go.
can
Let's
you
go.
can you? I don't know. So I'm gonna hand
Okay.
the mic to Liam, and then maybe
Cool.
he can or he cannot talk about it, or he's gonna hype it up. I'm not
Yeah.
sure, but I'm gonna hear what Liam does.
Yeah. I think, dude, like, yo, free reign here. Let's go. So yeah, Paco, you might have like because you're the one that cooked this. Let me know if this is what you're referring to, but this is my understanding. We're making or yeah, so Fairblock is plugging into Forma to provide like encryption to like Forma applications. And one of the applications that we're building with Forma is a sealed bid auction for NFTs. So like people can auction off their NFTs and have their bids be encrypted, such that like there's no like front running risk by like the the like the auctioneers in the auction to like front run each bid based on like their ability to have what's called the last look before submitting the bids and like choosing the winner of the auction. So the last look problem is another form of MEV that is prevalent in like any auction on chain right now that doesn't have encryption. So we're bringing this to Forma. We're really excited about it. Yeah, so go use Forma. Like they're also homies too, by the way. They're great people. So whenever when Forma goes live, like actually Forma live on mainnet? No, it's not. It's on testnet, right?
No, I think
Well, technically technically it's live, but I think that I think like it's like half and half
Okay.
because it's like Ethereum is actually live on mainnet and that's on an app on Forma
Yeah. Okay.
technically.
Yes.
So,
Okay.
but it's like I know Forma like the chain where you can like I don't know like do whatever and like sell your NFTs. That's not live yet.
Yeah.
So
Paco,
stay tuned.
that was the
Yeah,
thing that you're referring to, right?
that's what I was. Yeah, and I'm very excited about that actually.
Cool.
I think it's gonna be pretty cool to see,
Yep.
and also like super novel. I feel like that's something that you've never really had before.
Yeah, bro.
So
It is. Also, if you've been following Shane from Stargaze on Twitter, uh, maybe there's beef there, maybe there's not. But Stargaze is also doing something very similar with sealed bid auctions for NFTs. Um, he's been tweeting about that recently. So that's also powered by us.
man, you guys are everywhere.
Dude, so cook.
Yeah, no beef with Shane. I really like Shane. Man.
Yeah,
Nice guy.
cool. Yeah, he is a good dude. I like him too.
yeah, man.
All
You
right.
got
Yeah, go ahead.
you guys are cooking, man. That's what's up. That's what's up. So I'll see that
Gotta
we have
cook.
only a couple of minutes left. So anyone else has a question, come up. But in the meantime, we could chit chat for like 5, 10 minutes. Just talk about what we doing this weekend. What was the plan? I don't want to end this page. Just talk about Celestia, whatever. We talked about that. And so far everything looking good. So what are you guys doing this weekend? Is it Friday? Any plans? Is it all work? Is it grinding? Is it relaxing? Is it running nose on the beach? What do you guys have planned, man?
Bro. Uh, I'm camping tonight, which I'm really excited about, and then back to the lab tomorrow morning. So get getting my camp in, getting my fresh air right now, or like later tonight, and then getting back to work tomorrow.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I think same. I think tomorrow. Uh, Actually, tomorrow, like I don't have any like specific plans. Uh, I might have to sync with Saki on some stuff. So yeah, that should be fun actually. But yeah, probably work and hopefully I'll do something. Like the cool thing about New York is that there are a lot of things to do and like you can sort of like decide last minute. I'm also like not very good at planning, but yeah, I think it's gonna be a mix between work and pleasure. But you know, guys, it's crypto. Unfortunately, even though we're lazy, we never sleep at the same time. So yeah, gotta gotta cook.
Yeah. So my weekend we have planned. I do have some family around. I do have small little kids. I mean, little, I'm saying little, but to me, but they, I guess it starts a basketball tournament tomorrow, Saturday. So looking forward to that. We do have a mini court at the house, so we practicing. I'm like a coach, man. That's crazy. I've been coaching this little kid for the past like couple of weeks, man. So we'll see how he plays tomorrow. But when you married, settle down, everything's different now. Like you're not doing things like you used to. When I was single, it was all about Friday, all the homies get together. We go to the mall, trying to get numbers. We get dressed, we go to the nightclubs, and trying to get as much numbers as possible. Man, that was the goal back then. But now, once you get married and you have kids, man, life is chill. Life is so easy.
Now try to get as much airdrops as possible.
Yeah.
It shifted.
Hey, Paco,
It
anyway,
shifted
I
from
didn't even ask
numbers to
you.
airdrops.
Hey, Paco, are you married, man? And all that. You settled down, or you still on the market, bro?
Oh, he's married. He's married.
Yeah, man. I'm married. I'm about to have my first kid.
Oh, I didn't know, bro.
Yeah.
Congratulations, man. Let's go. Let's
No,
go.
no, we're joking. We're joking. We're
Oh,
joking.
okay.
I'm single. It's a joke. It's a
That is
joke.
awesome.
No,
Nah,
no, no.
bro. So you
I'm not married. I'm not married. Not yet. But yeah, dude. Like I'm on the single stage now. It's very fun. Actually, I no complaints. I really like it.
I would,
And yeah,
hey Paco, I would give you some advice, man. I'll say just have some fun, man. Don't rush into anything and just have some fun. And I'll say don't uh you know don't because we in crypto our wealth is going to grow over time. Don't show the ladies how much liquidity you have at the beginning. Let the act poor, so they like you for a poor slot, man. Not a rich slot. You don't want to hook up with a girl that's in love with you because you're a rich slot, man. You need to be a poor slot in disguise.
I agree, bro. Also now there's no liquidity to show, so it's all on the market. So nothing to show, So it's like I'm locked in, and yeah, no, I completely agree, man. You have to find someone that loves you for who you are, right? That's the most important thing. You can ask Liam about it, man. He knows a lot about this stuff. So yeah, dude, completely aligned with you there, completely aligned. But it would be cool to have
100%.
kids and play basketball with them.
Hey, Liam, I see you had a girlfriend. So are you is this just are you guys been together for a while? Is this a short-term thing?
Bro, going on 4 years now. About that time.
Whoa, that's serious, man. That's not that's no that's serious stuff. Yeah, man. That's how long
That's
he
Man,
my
said
plan, brother.
before I got
next bull
married. That's it.
market, he's gonna get married.
Dude, yeah, next bull, we'll see, man.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah, man, it's starting to make some plans for the future right now. Hey, she's just a great lady, you know. She loves me for who I am. She thinks I'm an idiot, and I love it, man. It's great. It's great.
Yeah, yeah. I'll say it's because in 2024
Can
the
I don't know if I hear you guys.
Yeah, I can hear you,
oh
Pago.
I can hear you, Paco. I hear you. Yeah, I was gonna say like the 2024. It's a different environment now. Being a single person, I think we're living in age of social media, so it's the game is different. Trying to find ladies or guys to date. So, um, I would say, man, like if you find a good one, it's important to hold on to them, man. It's not
Yeah, you got to lock it in.
it's not easy to find. I'll tell you that right.
Yeah, bro, it's not easy to find. That's uh, that's for sure. But hey, the homies out there in the crowd that don't have either ladies or guys or anyone that you guys love, right? Uh, be patient, be yourself. That shit will come when it comes. And yeah, no doom scrolling. That's that's
Be, la- be and be lazy. Be lazy.
yeah, and be lazy. Yeah, that's my close right there. Be lazy. Be lazy,
Be
lads.
lazy.
Be lazy, lads.
Yo. Thank you guys, Paco, Liam. I appreciate you for coming to the freaking space, man. We host Celestia Spaces every Friday, and thanks to Paco and Nick, we try to bring on a lot of devs from different teams, and hopefully we get more every Friday. I love the reason why I started doing the spaces because, like I said, I'm heavy in Celestia. I know a lot of projects on launch of Celestia, but they don't have a mic. I mean, this is where Paco and I come, where Paco holds spaces, right? And the teams come and talk about their project. Same thing with me. I want to give the guys a mic. The devs, like I said, the devs keep deving. The devs keep deving. The more, the better it is for all of us, man. So I'm trying to give them a mic because I'm sure these guys are crazy busy, as always, doing all this amazing things. So just showing them some love, man. Absolutely. I don't think I don't think devs get enough credit with how much work they put in creating protocols like this. So my way of giving back, man, is just to create a space for them to come and talk to the audience, just tell us about what they're doing, what they have planned. So, and Liam, I appreciate you, Paco. You're awesome, bro. Much love, man, for putting those together. So every Friday we're here bringing up different projects. Liam, you're welcome any freaking time, bro.
Thank you,
Anytime
brother.
you're
I
welcome, man.
appreciate it, man. I
Yeah,
Yeah,
appreciate it.
yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
yeah,
devs
go
are
ahead, Pago.
cooking, guys. Devs are
Dude,
cooking.
devs cook. Devs cook.
Yeah,
That's the biggest
yeah. Let's
takeaway
go.
from this,
Let's
actually.
go. Let's go. You guys have a great weekend, man. Enjoy. Spend time with your family. Don't DJ too much. Don't lose too much money, man.
Yeah.
Don't lose much
Hey, take
money.
care of
Okay.
yourselves too. Take care of
Take care of
yourselves
yourself.
too.
Yeah, guys,
All right.
stay lazy and please spam Liam's posts with like 11 or what stuff.
Yeah. All
All
right, you
right.
guys. Hey, guys. Take care, guys. Much love. Enjoy the weekend.
All right.
I'll catch you guys
Cheers.
next week, Friday. Let's go.
Sweet, guys. All right. Take care. Let's go.